once again, good afternoon everyone. I hope you guys had a good day today and you are ready to do this presentation with me. I would love to hear from you guys. I love feedback and interaction, so feel free to just chime in whenever I pitch a question or anything like that. Great. So today's topic is coping with anxiety in children. And we want to learn more about it, so I'm going to check in with you guys, look at some terms and definitions, of course, the risk factors, some signs, symptoms, some considerations that we always have to make, and then also, why is this important? And the big part that we really want to get to is the coping strategies, right? So let's start. So we want to start off with a little facts quickly. So I was looking online and I found that 20% of our minors with anxiety receive help. So not a lot, right? That's 80% of our minors not receiving help. And then we also have the fact that only about 1% actually seek help in the first year. So what we found is that a lot of our minors, a lot of our children are experiencing anxiety and not getting help very early on. Next on, at least 50% of children with Down syndrome experience mental health challenges during their lifespan. And that's a big number, and it shows us that this topic is really important because it's important for this community as well. And even general anxiety is one of the most common challenges. Of course, they have other challenges as well, like depression and oppositional behavior, but general anxiety is also one of those major challenges that they tend to face. So as we get on this topic of anxiety, I just want you guys to tell me, at least one or two of you guys, what comes to mind when you hear the word anxiety? Maybe it's an experience, maybe it's a phrase, a term. Anybody?
I think it's a feeling.
A feeling. Thank you. Yes. So I imagine that when we think about anxiety, we think about feeling it. We think about this feeling coming over us. Anyone else?
A feeling you can't control. Something that causes you a lot of stress.
Right. So we're building up here. I love it. Thank you so much. So a feeling that we can't control is something that causes us stress. And as we go along, I will definitely want to ask you guys, what are some of the experiences your child has had in terms of what anxiety might be like for them or when they experience anxiety? So look out for that question because I'll be really interested in hearing about that. So some key terms we often use when we talk about anxiety is fear. Fear is an autonomic arousal. We know that we feel fear, like if you're walking around the savannah, one of the lions came out, you will feel fear because you'll be in danger at that point. Anxiety. We have the same muscle tension, the same vigilance. However, we are anticipating something is going to happen. And then we also have panic attacks. Panic attacks and then anxiety attacks are these moments of intense fear, intense discomfort, and they usually peak within a couple minutes. And most times you feel like you can't breathe, you feel like you're about to die, and that's when you're having either a panic attack or anxiety attack. And then we have anxiety disorders. Now, anxiety is something I'm sure we all experience at some point. We have anxiety the first day of school. We have anxiety when we go for an interview. And so anxiety comes and goes. However, for some persons, working with the anxiety becomes really, really difficult, and they may actually develop anxiety disorders. And there's a range of them, but they usually look at either being anxious within a certain situation or anxious about objects or being afraid about certain objects or certain things, right? So what is anxiety? Now, some persons look at it as an emotion, so even the feeling you might think about, characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes, right? So there's feelings involved, there's thoughts involved, and there are physical changes involved. An even simpler version would be fear or worrying about something that you feel uncertain about, but it has not happened. And the idea of it not happening as yet is really important, because anxiety tends to be what we feel when we think or we imagine something happening. And my favorite, very simple one to use is worry or fear of an unknown outcome or imagined danger. So it's like you don't know what's going to happen the first day of school. You don't know what's going to happen when you go to make a friend and you get anxious about it and you're really scared. Or you see an animal you've never seen before and you think this animal might actually hurt you. So you get anxious and you feel scared. And so it's a little different with fear, as in, because fear now is actually when the danger is there, right? The danger is right there and your body just kicks in with that.